What I'm going to give you a little presentation about, in many respects for me, is something that's really quite simple, because it's, as it would happen, it turns out to be a little story about my life. I hope you don't find it to be dull and boring, because I can assure you that certainly I excite myself on more than the odd occasion with some of the crazy things that I do. So as you can see up the top, up here is a picture of me just a few, this one here is a picture of me just a few years ago, in fact about 50 years ago. And you can see that I also somehow have a sense of humour, because to let anyone dress me up like this
and take a photograph.
That's what parents do to children, isn't it? So that we can remember what we look like all those years ago. So if I can say to you that the role that I find myself in here, talking about this and sustainability, is one that a number of years ago I would never have ever thought I was doing. And I found myself in a position where, as I was going along, I was discovering that the things I was doing was actually turning out to be interesting to people. And I've had visits from people in the government, I've had visits from people in business, and they were saying, well, why don't you start to tell people about this? So really that's why I'm sitting in front of you, and it's just to share with you the impressions, the reasons why I found myself on a journey of taking myself to being more sustainable, and also the way that sometimes I handle it. And I am really passionate about this, and I do a number of things, as you'll discover. So South Australia is this marvellous state where it's possible to have the most incredibly diverse scenery and outdoors. And if you're one of these sorts of people who do like and appreciate nature, South Australia's got it all there for you, almost on a palette, as it were. And so this is just some photographs. The very one up in the top right the top left is from the top of Kaiserstuhl, which is near the Kaiserstuhl Conservation Park. And from there, in fact, you can see all the way over the top of the Barossa Valley, all the way to the ocean. The middle one is at the mouth of the River Murray at Goulburn. And this one here with the sunset is through some she oak trees, taken again from a road very near the Kaiserstuhl Conservation Park. So the image that I got here for you is an image that I wanted to share with you, because this is what I believe is that it talks to me a lot about the sort of challenges that we've got. If you look at the house and you look at the country there, this was taken in the mid-north of South Australia, you can imagine that the people, when they very first went there, had a whole range of dreams, aspirations for their future. The story, as you can see it there, is of course that those dreams and aspirations fell on really hard times and they've had to leave. I would suggest to you that the challenge that we are confronted with as a civilization, as a community, is not very much different than